things. I'm in a webinar tonight. Also, I don't know when I'll upload this. It'll definitely be tonight. So China had their military parade. I wasn't aware this was going to happen ahead of time. Probably nobody knows where most people are not paying attention right now. But Russia was there, and North Korea was there also when they were showing off their arsenal. And I guess you'd say you wouldn't think anything of it until when you hear, and then what Trump tweeted, or X, or whatever you want to call it, about pretty much how they're all against them, basically. So, yeah, just all three of them are just against Trump or U.S. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. So, of course, we don't really know anything, but it feels like something's got to give eventually. And it's not looking too great for the U.S., but we just have to see how this pans out. But it's controversial, but it does. I do feel like the U.S. can be easily invaded, especially by those three countries. And I don't think the U.S. is going to win against China, not when Russia and China. I mean, Russia can't. We don't know, but. Of course, the mind can go to all different directions, and of course, you can tap into it. Sometimes I've tapped into things and I've been accurate, but I didn't say anything. Like with the lockdown, some of that, like when we stopped doing the mask. I remember feeling like that was going to be let down, and I didn't think anything of it, and then end up happening around the time I was feeling it. So yeah, who knows though. But something like war is hard to predict. It could be mid-September or any time between, who knows. Now in October, and there's a lot of warnings out there here and there. It's nothing, Israel might be, what it needs to be is a trigger. Something needs to happen, or something will probably something has, like World War I and World War II, there has been, triggers for a war to occur. It's not looking so great for the U.S. If something does, if China, Russia, and get together, it's not looking good for the U.S. at all. There's no fucking way they're gonna win that. So I imagine there's been a lot. I mean, all this deep state stuff's all behind the scenes. We don't know anything. We can all speculate. We can tap into anything. We're never gonna really know anything, but. Not to put fear out there or anything like that, or nobody knows anything. But something's got to give at some point. Doesn't mean it's going to be a nuclear war, but I did sense like the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans, with Russia and China ganging up on the U.S. But who knows? I just don't see the U.S. winning. Just too much arrogance, too much corruption, and so on. And we'll just have to wait and see if maybe nothing will happen. What is this like? If something like that happens to the U.S., just can't worry about it. I mean, who knows? But it's not so. It's not just the whole Trump situation. It's just the deep state. It's stuff that, like I said, we can never really know the whole story. And even with China, of course I could be wrong, but without all the espionage going on, it feels like China can lower its wall, the firewall it has up. It's up because for a reason, due to all the spying and everything. Of course, everyone's spying on each other, right? Most of the U.S., but we'll never really get the full story on anything. So. And I haven't been keeping up, but it has to be some kind of trigger. Might be Israel, possibly. They might do something really stupid. It doesn't mean it's going to start the war with China and Russia, but it can be start a trigger, and then other events occur and might be manufactured. We'll never really know. But things are not going anywhere currently. And we're in for a major change at some point. And some of us are here as we're different types. There's different types of ground crew that's here. We came through the 80s and the 90s. There's different versions. There's some that are communications that can tap into the timeline to some level. And maybe feel like if you live near the Middle East and all that and get some vibe of it. And then others are in the trenches. And then again, it's all trenches, but there are kind of like in the trenches, but the less you know, the better. It's like, I don't know, I didn't look it up where you're, I imagine there's like Delta Force or something like that where you're so deep into it, you just get orders as or just see where things go, like your position where you're supposed to be, and that's it. And that's what this mission's been for me. It's like, I don't know shit, I don't know what's going on. I'm distracted here and there, and it's just in Florida by the water, all that Atlantic. I felt some presence there, war or at some point, but who knows? Anything's possible. At least we pick up on timelines. This world's not going. Society here is not really going anywhere. Now society can change and actually be positive and switch over, but we're not seeing that happen. And those that are holding on to these positive groups, they're just living in this delusional reality, going to see reality kick in at some point. And those that are wealthy, and let's say if a invasion does occur, it's like China and Russia and North Korea, whoever else, they're all working together against the U.S. things like that. And it's like they're coming to the U.S. and doing their things, like either for us or against us. Okay. So if you're for them, doesn't mean they're going to take away your rights or anything. It's just that you're not going to fight them. If you fight them, they're going to blow you. They're going to take your ass out. Doesn't mean they're going to, lock you down or anything. I don't sense any of that. It's just like you just say, okay, I'm just going to stay out of this, and they'll leave you. From what I'm gathering, they'll leave you alone. Like kind of like what's going on in Ukraine. Like that war is going on, but people are still living. Fucking most bizarre fucking war ever. Why don't you just conquer the damn thing and shut it down? But we'll never really know about that either. But it's kind of the same. Yeah, I can see the same thing happen to the U.S. Like we're bombs and all that. We're still going to work and doing our thing. Shit. As a possibility, yeah, it's just like they'll leave most people alone, but if you fight them, they're gonna kick your ass. So if you just leave it alone, they'll leave you alone. And obviously, if there's areas getting attacked and all that, you just gotta get the hell out of there or something. Similar to what's going on in Ukraine. So I wouldn't say this is all about Trump and all that. It's deep state. It's what I picked up. We'll never really know. I'm trying to think up. Obviously, gotta be careful with some of this stuff because they YouTube and everything, but. Like with Trump and China, and then 2020 occurred, lockdowns and so on. Either him and his regime, and I didn't realize his German connections, which makes sense. And whoever is behind that and triggered some, obviously the lockdown situation, we'll never really know the story. And then Biden comes in. From what I'm feeling, like the Biden clone made in China. Yeah, funny. It's like Biden's, a bunch of Bidens in China. They're making everything else in China. Might as well make a bunch of presidential clones. But I are Biden clones from China, and from what it feels like, they gave us some time. But whatever is going to occur is going to happen no matter what. We got 4 years of pause, you can say. Maybe it's selling out, whatever you want to call it. But inevitable is going to happen no matter what, is what I'm gathering. It might be from the aliens and all that. Some deep-rooted stuff that we'll never fucking know about. Maybe you get conspiracy theory stuff here and there. Maybe you'll get some proof. Who the fuck knows? So, I want to say I'm going to throw this on Trump. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's whatever is behind Trump and all that. and doing who knows what. I don't know. We see pieces of it, in the media and all that. The importing, who knows? Economics, who knows? Yeah. Either way, we got paused with Biden. Now we're back to Trump again and whoever else. But he was put in there anyway, so I thought it was going to happen no matter what. So, and yeah, you say, like I say, a lot of us incarnated here to do this, so it was already set up anyway. So, yeah, we're just not here to just be an NPC. We're here to, some of us starseeds or whatever you want to call it, here to, like, we don't know what's coming, but when it hits, we'll know what to do. And we're all in different places, and we're supposed to stand around as the whole world shakes and falls apart. I don't fucking know. Yeah, it's just, like I said, it's like some kind of Delta Force thing or something. You don't know shit. You're just stationed in. Of course, they have that in the army too, like in Afghanistan, all that. Yeah, you're just stationed there, and then that's all you know. And sometimes it's the less you know, the better. They might go insane because the people here are fucking crazy, and they're just living in la la land and so on, and believe in this and that. It's like, what the hell am I doing here? It's like talking about the land of the lost. It's like, geez, but what is this place, man? it's like everything backwards. And also, I felt serious. At least from I felt serious, at least somewhere in serious. The world's there. So maybe not as bad as this one, but close. I mean, it brought other problems here, but then it just escalated and got worse here. Like they had to leave that world. I guess you can say it was as bad as this one, but maybe not. But either way, they brought their issues here thousands of years ago and so on. So, and this one's running its cycle, and who knows what the end game? Yeah, your new Earth is, you might want to alter that. Well, it might be a new Earth, but not. We all going to just get wiped out, and that'll be the end of it. Who fucking knows? That's it. Can only get better from here, that's for sure. I guess we'll find out soon. No, I think we're here for, we're supposed to be here, like, living till something. So far, it was like, we'll be here for a while, at least some of us. So whatever needs to come in and change, and then maybe not out of here if everything goes to hell, but if it stays kind of decently calm, stick around. Hopefully life gets better. Jeez, keep living this forever. God help us all. It's fucking need some kind of fucking change. We're all losing our freaking minds here. Unless you're part of the system and everything is grand and you're living in la la land and you got all these secret programs and your whole life's about being a program, and more power to you on that one. Yeah, it seems like the grass is greener there. Can't handle reality, huh? Yeah, a lot of us are really, it's, I mean, unless you're at geez, like at work, like some of the places I have to go, so NPC. It's so materialism, where you've been, those are super materialistic, there's different versions of materialism, but they're just like kids, like adult kids, like I have this, I have that. They're not really ready to see themselves go, and they do to some level, but it's just like adult children, basically. And just playing the adult game, and things are working out for them, and they're just playing the, trying to be a good person and just playing the game, and some of us are here just like, God, what the hell am I doing here? What the fuck? It's all it's materialistic, hollow bullshit. God. Anyway. Or you're doing with those that are spiritually connected, and they're connected to all these different delusional realities, and sometimes maybe they're right. I don't know. They can't connect to reality at all, so you have to drive you insane with their whatever realm they're connected to. Or they're just married to Jesus or something, or related to him, or whatever works for you, right? That makes you feel better. Yeah, imagine that that groupie. Yeah, that's a long list or a big crowd or whatever you want to call it. So aside of that, I guess yeah, nothing's clear. Yeah, I did feel like I was here a while back. I felt war energy out in the ocean. Oh, coming here at some point. It was the timeline of it, but who knows, right? I also felt Mexico is another entry point, but of course the oceans are probably easier. None of it's easy, but yeah. But Mexico felt like that's another entry point for how that works I don't know. But the Mexican border is some kind of entry point to the U.S. Canada too, probably somewhere, but feels Mexico definitely. I don't know, maybe by air or something like that. They drop a bunch of tanks there. I don't know. I don't think the U.S. can win. They might be able to scale back, push back, but they can't. I don't think the U.S. is going to win. Not if you have 3 countries coming after or more, or who knows what else. I just don't see the U.S. It has to go through a transformation. Also, I don't know about the U.S. debt, but I feel like some debts will be paid off somehow. Of course, I know some spiritual groups feel like the student loans are going to be paid off, or forgiven, debt forgiven. I feel like there's going to be somewhere debts forgiven somehow. Maybe not for a lot of people, but it's too soon to say on that one. It's too soon for anything. But I wanted to make this about the whole China-Russia situation, and it's probably going to be quiet for some time until the shoe will drop. Or it's obviously like it's going behind the scenes that we're probably best not to know. And then when the waves start hitting, and if it's war going to happen, when it happens, there's no stopping it. It might come, there might be triggers for it. There's got to be some kind of trigger. Something's got to set it off. But it'd be a chain of events, and then there's no stopping it. The snowball effect. It might be Israel, maybe not be, because Israel just drunk on power, whatever that is. Just who knows? That might be a trigger. I mean, that's the loose cannon right now. I mean, just like they're doing to Gaza. It's like, just who knows? And it might be manufactured too. It might be just some kind of manufactured event just to get things going. So it doesn't really matter if it is or isn't. When the war is coming, does it even freaking matter? I mean, I'll go into all the details of other events. If it's already staged and all that, I think there's definitely plans. I felt China is already ready and Russia is preparing. But technically Russia is ready too, but I feel like they're still preparing. Of course China is too, but something about China is like they're beyond ready. And they have, who knows, and they have properties and stuff around here. I don't know if they'll have sleepers. I imagine they have sleeper cells. It doesn't mean that's not going on right now. So, this could be all nothing, but and again, Trump did put that tweet out about feeling like Russia and all that are not on his side, so anything can occur right now, so we'll just have to see what's going to happen. Sure, anything else? Mid-September or anytime from now. So it could be, I feel like it could be any time. It's time frame, obviously. Yeah. So timelines are unknown for the most part. I think some wealthy people in the U.S. are aware. Obviously, they're connected to the Pentagon, things like that. Universities definitely Pentagon connections. So, like, obviously, there is. I don't think it's nothing going to be on. That we're going to see before it happens. Maybe afterwards, when some kind of event happens, then you'll be able to like trace, like, money being pulled out. For just in case type of situations. Whatever. But it seems like we'll still be functional somehow. It's kind of like when a hurricane hits and you just survive it. It's kind of like that. Obviously a lot more intense. Anyway. Alright, we'll just leave it at that.